Eh? At least we were talking about family yesterday. And it was about how do you ignore your own family simply because you wanted them to react to and join forces with other people to fight for better lives in their own country. And you know that conversation yesterday. But a lot of you here watching me right now, if I ask you, do you know where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your immediate family members, where they have been in the last 7 days? You do not know. You just know that at least nobody has called you, that somebody is missing, or somebody has been kidnapped, or somebody has been killed. And therefore, you assume that they are fine. So when people were like, I remember when I used to tell people then that this terrorism is not a northern problem. It has now become a Nigeria problem. This was about 8 years ago. This was after 6 months of Bokuwari, and I could tell easily that hey, Nigeria is in for a long ride. They are in it. Shall you understand now? 8 years ago. Man. Anyway, where I'm going to go next is this. I saw some students, I'm coming back, because like I said, that anybody can be kidnapped now. And it can happen to any of us anytime. It is one of my most dreaded feelings ever. I don't know about you. You know, it used to be you don't want an emergency, medical emergency, where they will say your family member needs this or that, and then you have to run around and go and source for money and all that. Almost the emergency that is in Nigeria today is beyond what you can say. And that's why you cannot say this is a northern problem, not their problem. 8 years ago, I said it's not a northern problem. That you see this thing you call northern problem is going to become Nigeria problem, and everybody from every part of Nigeria is going to kind of feel it. Some people felt like, okay, are you wishing it or not? No, I'm not. The system intentionally wanted it that way. And the more they allow it, the stronger it becomes. It has now become an institution now. And they still don't have any plan, political will to stop them. So I can tell you what's going to happen in the next 4 5 years, just by watching them do the same thing that they are doing, and you allowing them, because you believe in God. God will intercede for them. Stop cursing them. Stop criticizing them. Let us just pray for them. You know, sometimes this thing is not easy, and you tell yourself all of that until you become a victim. Now, when you become a victim, and then you realize that you have been defending nonsense that has put your life, the life of your loved ones, the life of your family and all that in danger. And the only way out of the danger is to what? Hold them responsible. Before they kill you, use your head. I don't want to use the other word. I saw some students who were like angry because January was when they were promised student loan. And I told you this before. It is very much easier to become Nigeria president than to get the student loan with the way they structured it. Some of you felt like I was just a bad belle. I'm not a bad belle. Even if my belle is bad, it has no influence on what these guys are doing to you, the evil they are doing to you, their plans and all of that, and then acting like, oh, then we've brought another solution. Don't worry, that another solution is coming up. Because if your own good belly, at least, let's assume that you don't like me as APC, as a bastard, as a bad start. Let's say you don't like me, okay? Which is fine. It's completely okay. Completely fine with me. Sorry, by me, I am all right with it. Okay? So my belly is bad. You this bad belly, fine. What happened to your own good belly? Is it not with good belly? That you supported Emilokan, and here you are today. What happened to your good belly? Could your good belly not influence them to do good enough that they will make positive impact on your life, so that somebody like Mayegun will no longer be able to be blabbing his mouth? Have you ever thought about that? Like, I'm like, kind of, right? Like me, no, like, I don't like them. Okay. However, you like them. Okay. Whatever happens, Jaga Bandit for life. Great. But you are complaining about you believe that my bad belly is the reason why your dollar, Naira, has crashed and become a tissue paper today. Is it because of my bad belly that you are buying a liter of petrol at over 600 Naira per liter, and very soon 900 Naira per liter? Is it because of my bad belly that where is that lady? Better Getty spend 3 billion Naira to investigate the your register where they are sharing money to all of you? Is it because of my bad belly that Nigeria has not been able to generate electricity, distribute the electricity, at least give you 24 hours electricity? Is it because of my bad belly that you cannot afford, apart from the fact that you cannot afford medical care, the care is not even available? Is it because of my bad belly that they destroyed your economy? They told you inflation is 28.9%. You Dumbo believe them. But yet, everything you go out there to buy, they have all increased by over 200, 300, 400, even as much as 800% increase. That is the true figure of inflation. Is that all because of my bad belly? What happened to your own good belly? I've been an empty belly. You are open on them with empty stomachs, empty belly. And empty belly is empty. Therefore, every promise given to you that you use empty belly to support, they are empty promises. Banger. Somebody said that's a hit line. Because that's what I would say. Student loan, January 2024. Today is the 15th of January. By the time you are watching this replay, it could be the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and maybe even February. Now, if we ask them again, where is the student loan? At least they have increased your school fees. January is when you begin to pay school fees, is it not? Because I have seen some students protesting because they have increased their school fees. Ronu Nazis, trust me, but unfortunately, you cannot shame the shameless. So when people tell you that Nigeria is finished, they are not exaggerating. Nigeria is a disaster waiting to happen. The world will hear about Nigeria's explosion. Hello. They caught a few guys with their vessel in Delta states with 200,000 barrels of crude oil. Stolen crude oil, they didn't buy it in Delta states. When they were interviewing them, their leader said, sorry, we didn't know that it was crude oil that we are carrying, We thought we were carrying what are you carrying? What do you think you are carrying? Water. But by tomorrow, you go see it in the news. They don't burn the tank, they don't burn the vessel, they don't burn the crude oil. And at the same time, making your situation even worse. Delta State, they found a truck, a vessel with stolen crude oil in Nigeria. So when they tell you Nigeria to finish, they are not exaggerating. It is just a matter of when is it going to really explode? And I want to be there when that happens. Which other country have you ever seen that happen? Except for Nigeria. And talking about crude oil. You heard that they've continued to drop all of this on your faces, that Dangote refinery is now in production. Production have started in this or that. Then other follow-up stories, right? Stories like it's not going to be refining petrol from the same crude oil where it's going to get the AGO as well as the KPK. Somebody said, I said something about jet fuel. I was listing things that I was like, okay, jet fuel, AGO, that's the diesel. And then you have the PMS, that's the petrol. Then you have the KPK or something, which is the kerosene. Then somebody said, no, Mayegun. I read it somewhere, but I didn't give it a follow-up. They said, is that true, by the way? Like jet aviation fuel, the plane, the fuel used by the planes, which is called the aviation fuel or jet one or jet fuel. Is that also kerosene? Or some upgraded kerosene, not just like the normal kerosene that we use in cooking, Abi? Or somebody said something like that, Sha. But the lies continue, by the way. Now, the latest is this. Dangote is not, it's not obliged. It's not obligated to sell his diesel and his products to Nigeria. Initially, they told you, once Dangote refinery starts, the price of petrol is just going to go down. Because you do understand, all those economists who were talking under Bokwari, trying to make a Dangote refinery, Bokwari's projects. Where are those analysts today, all those economists today? Because they finally came out and said, hey, right. If the petrol price, if the diesel is 1,005, Dangote's diesel is going to be 1,007. If aviation fuel is 500 naira per liter, Dangote own is going to be 700 naira per liter. Listen, this is business. They are already telling you that it's not going to Dangote refinery is not going to reduce the price of petrol in Nigeria. And when the price of petroleum is not reduced in Nigeria, poverty will not reduce in Nigeria. There is a reason why. I'm serious. How much you pay on all of this to run your businesses, will determine if you are going to possibly be out of poverty or not. So they're already telling you that. Now, the latest, make I tell you, the latest is that Dangote is a businessman. And it's diesel and everything. I mean, they sell it better outside Nigeria anyway. A liter of petrol in Benin Republic is probably 800 naira or 900 naira, more than 610 naira you buying it in Nigeria. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but usually that's how it is. They are like more expensive because they don't have refineries. They don't have crude oil. They depend on importation, and most of the time they depend on smugglers from Nigeria to supply them. After the supposed marketers, oil marketers in Nigeria, after they must have brought in their own shipment of vessels of products, they will get paid. This is the subsidy scam. That's how subsidy scam is kind of was operated or being operated. So what they do is that once they bring the vessel, they say, "Oh, I have brought in 10 million liters of petrol, 5 million liters of AGO," and then they will be like, "Okay, how much is a liter?" I say, "Well, a liter is a 1,000 naira per liter." No, you can't sell it 1,000 to the people. Okay, we'll subsidize it. Or they've removed subsidy on diesel anyway. So diesel is like on its own. Petrol is the one they said they removed subsidy, but they didn't. They didn't, Abby. Don't worry, you will know later that they did not. Okay. However, the petrol part is that they will now say, okay, how much is the landing cost for your petrol? It's 1,001. Oh, 1,001. No, you can't sell it for 1,100. Sell it for 615 naira or 620 naira. We'll pay you the difference. The difference is called subsidy. So the thieves will now, once they are paid, they will just turn the vessel. The Ghana. Because in Ghana, they don't have to sell a liter for 610 naira. All they have to do is that by the time they take it to Ghana, it's going to worth maybe 1,800 naira. Remember, they have already collected half payment. I mean, half of the cost from Nigeria. That's their own hegemony. So they said that's how they run the scam for a while. And a lot of them became billionaires from it. Even some of them became senators. One even became a governor. And that is the dubious Dapo of Ogun State. So maybe now Dangote go they collect the subsidy now. Because Dangote doesn't want to lose money. According to the report now, they said, and he is not kind of obligated to sell it in Nigeria. I mean, sell to you. You can pump them if they are even like, producing or refining anything per se. But again, you can continue to salivate and hope. My Abuja people, I know a lot of you are calling on people who have no control. But do you know that Wirewike has a Tifnumbus here? And this issue of insecurity, I wish you can hold Wirewike responsible. He's like your governor of Abuja. He's like unelected governor of Abuja. So through him, he seems to have the ears of Tifnumbu. Unfortunately, this is what Wirewike has been doing over the weekend. While the rest of you are trying to raise money for the kidnapped. Wirewike, very, very unfortunate fellow. Unfortunately, they will just say, hey, it's because you don't like me. What do you want him to do? Why do you hate him? Like, because he's not doing his job. I don't hate him, okay? I do not hate people. But the reason why I don't like them is because they are not doing their job. You are worshiping them and you are praying to God to help them do the right thing. And I call that nonsense. And I've never been wrong about them, unfortunately, for those unfortunate souls. And you talk about unfortunate souls, chances. I hope you remember this guy. He is now saying when he went to go and see Tifnumbu, the certificate forger, the drug baron, the Genene. You know, Tifnumbu is also Genene. Don't pretend that you don't know that that's how it's pronounced. Instead of saying Guineans. No, you have to say it in Guineans is in English. In French, it is Genene. 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 About Genene. Tifnumbu is also a Genene. And these are the words of Bulalao. Now, he said if Tifnumbu offers him an appointment, he would jump at the opportunity. Talking about useless souls. So this one's go die now. Unago come one can say, Unago come they tell us say we should respect the dead.
Then when I was with Atiku, what is the belly feeding? You see, I don't know the way people, and then
because when you were leaving the APC, it was said that the only reason why you went to Atiku to support Atiku is that you got a promise.
Yes.
And now the reason is that afterwards, there isn't anything to hold on to,
right.
And that's why they promise you something again on the other side, and you are easily swayed by it.
So you see, people are even unfair to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to be honest. What did he promise? He has never promised. So
are you saying that if he gives you any role to play, you will not take it?
No, I said he has never promised anything.
On your
I
own
told him.
On your honor,
you
say that your support is based on not based on any material benefit.
Right.
You're saying that if he offers you a position or a role in government, you will not take it.
If let me tell you this: if the president makes an offer of a position that I see that will contribute to the development of his agenda, because I say I will support his agenda, I will more than anything else appreciate it. But it is not the appointment that I am looking for to support it. That's why I'm telling you, 8 years I supported Buhari, I was not a public official. You see, you have to separate between those who do not have value and are cringing and crying for appointment, and those who believe the value and what they will contribute has nothing to do with whether you're appointed or you're not appointed. But I can understand when people rate you and then they see what you can bring to the table. Sometimes people do what we call preemptive action. They can preempt it. And I see so many things in the media. He promised this. He said, I want to say to everybody listening, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not promised me anything.
Nuisance, Lele.
Because don't talk like that. Let us respect the dead. Respect the dead kill you there. When you have unfortunate souls who do not understand what their actions help do to people. Because they don't care. What is Tifnumbu's agenda? It's been 8 months now. It's almost 8 months, right? When is that agenda going to pop up? You are still waiting for it because of people like that telling you they are working so hard, they have done all that nonsense. And after 4 years or after 8 years, they will disappear. You won't see them anymore. They will take their whatever they have managed to gather for themselves, gone. But you will be licking your wound if you are lucky enough to still be alive. Remember that. Anyway, that is where I am going to draw the curtains tonight. And tonight is, day 2 for my, for my fundraiser. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have contributed to this. All right. And I have to be, I have to say this, right? Because honestly speaking, this is the beginning of the year. It seems to be the middle of the month itself. I wasn't expecting such turnout and such generosity like I did see last night, including this morning. All right. Sister Yinka Taiwo, thank you so much for that, for reaching out. Kalu Okpara, my brother, God bless you. As always, right? You've always been there, by the way. So what I'm going to do next is that to those who might really want to be part of it again tonight, this is day 2. So so far, I have managed to get over £2,700. I mean, if you check the GoFundMe, that one is live, and I'm going to bring it back on the screen tonight as well, okay? If you check the GoFundMe, we already sort of raised over £1,500. That's substantial, right? And in my own on my paper, right, I have received £1,015 if you put all of them together. That's very substantial. Thank you so much to everyone who indeed reached out. Okay, and I think then in the Diaspora Radio accounts where people also reached out. Okay, I have managed to also get at least £195. Now, if you add that to my PayPal, that should probably take us to, let's say, 1,002 plus 1,005. That is 2,700, over 2,700. So thank you so much. We are getting there. And the day is also coming close as well, right? So I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. I will take calls as we also raise the fund tonight. And thank you. As you really, really consider being part of it too, okay? So don't go anywhere. We are over 2,300, nearly 2,400 or 2,500 earlier on YouTube, right? But it's only about 600 of us who have actually paid their offerings, like the video. Do you mind? Just take a moment, right? Like, you can use any other device. You can use your remote control. Just go under the video and just tap like. I know if you are not really signed into YouTube, you may not be able to do that per se, but try. Or even signing into YouTube on your small device, your phone. I am going to be back in a minute. And you can also grab that your wallet. Because, yeah, you're going to need it if you want to do it tonight. I'll be back. So I'm going to just stop it right there. And to those who are probably joining us live for the first time, and then you came across this fundraiser, or that's like if this is your first time, okay? So the point or the plan is in the next few days, okay? Mayegun's Diary Political, as it is known, is going to move to a permanent site where we can take this conversation beyond just online chat and all of that. We can actually make it physical. Now, most of the things that we talk about or analyze or encourage or even support or even fund, because we do a lot on Mayegun's Diary Political than just talking, for those who know this platform very well. So we believe that we could do more, where we can have a physical contact, have a one-on-one chat with people that can actually make things happen. So I do not intend to reveal most of the real reason that I'm actually going physical, other than just to kind of let you know that there is going to be a sort of a bigger space and then a bigger opportunities too to bring to life some of the ideas and the conversation, the discussions, and all that we've had on Mayegun's Diary Political. And what I'm asking for is your support, okay? In getting started. It's like a startup, because at the end of the day, right, to keep the place functional and continue to make use of it for the purpose of why we are getting it there. That is still going to call. I mean, it's called the maintenance fee, like rent, utilities, and all of the other things, right? So because that is still going to be the charge. So getting off ground and getting started and ensuring that there is no break in transmission, and say, okay, well, I'm trying to set up my studio. That's why you've not heard from me in a while. So that is why I came here to my friend right here in the Temple of Truth to seek for your honest support. It is completely voluntary. Okay. And indeed, if you have donated and you feel like, no, I'm changing my mind, there is also a system that allows you to get your money back. As easy as that. And it's even not about that donating and all of that. It's also about the intention of trying to help get everybody to know about it too, because it's going to be public anyway, right? So thank you so much. So like I said, my line is going to be opened, okay? And for those who might want to call in, we've had a normal discussion, okay? And this is where you two can kind of like hear your own opinion, your views, and contribute to this. However, I want to give you the on-screen updates so far. Let's see if I can put that up. So far, so good. I can use this to say thank you to those of you who are like already public, and to those who probably would like to be mentioned and all that. I understand. And yes, so between the time we were live last night as well as this morning, okay, so I have had an anonymous, and there is this M King that I am kind of suspecting as MN King, I mean MNK or something like M or NMK or something like that on YouTube. You know yourself, all right? So thank you very much. And the anonymous, the two anonymous there, Comfort, Mama Comfort, thank you. Lady Comfort, I would say. Abiola Shinobi as well, thank you. Victoria Uzere, thank you. I've got Jacob or Modara there. I've got Feyitimi Oluwaremi. I've got Adedamola, and thank you so much if your name is mentioned. Okay, Oluwafemi Olanrewaju Ogungbayi, God bless you, and Theophilus Oniyide, who was also on the program last night. So let me know if you have any issue with the connection, because that seems to be the recent thing that I kind of suffer from, you say. So let's, I'm trying to kind of check if the line is perfect. So the line is fine. And to everybody who has been part of this, I continue to say thank you. Okay. And, oh, sorry, I just missed your call there. Anyway, keep trying. Eh? And indeed, you may get through. So to those who are asking for the link and all that, those who want to do theirs online, of course, the link is in the comments. It's also sort of, pinned on the comment section. So the fundraiser is just on the side, okay? So for the conversation that we've had already tonight, you can still phone in and be part of that. Trust me. So thank you so much. I do have a caller here. Conversation that we've had already tonight. Is that the Prince?
Yes, Baba.
How are
My
you?
good general.
Prince Jejeman. How you doing?
Yes, Baba. Hello, Baba. My good general.
Sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much tonight again. Yesterday I wasn't. I want to greet the Temple of Truth. Everyone in the house. Respect to our lioness who had a birthday the other day, and thank you for all those who have supported our great man, my good general.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love you so much. If I have the privilege, like the quota system billionaire of Africa, Dangote, I will tell everybody on the Temple of Truth to just leave this thing for me. I go drop this 15,000 pounds. A chicken change. Honestly, you know. Yeah, but as I
anyway,
know
we thank God to those who have kind of bring the dream alive and continue to inch me towards the goal. So yes, I am grateful too. Go on, Prince.
Yeah, Baba. So, well, as it be, at all, I be winch. We must do our part.
That's right.
Everybody must answer their papa name.
That's
you
right.
know. So it's a privilege to support a great man like my good general.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, is serving not even only Nigeria, but the whole Africa. Because from this platform, the whole Africa are being enlightened of what is going on, and also drawing wisdom from here to build their own nations. Okay. So Baba, you will hear from me.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah. Yesterday I didn't follow the program, but when I watched it, I was very happy with the way people are responding. God will bless all of you.
Amen.
Mightily.
Amen. Thanks, man.
So I want to thank you tonight again, at least for opening the eyes of all these Janjaweed soldiers in the Nigerian army that are from the north, because most of them think that when Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, is against them. But whenever you play this video, they will know that he started fighting for the north, the northern Nigeria primarily. It was when he saw that Nigeria is not redeemable again, that he continued in Nigeria is like venturing into a suicide mission. Before he now decided to fight for his people, because we are first of all ethnic by nature before talking of Nigeria that have no identity. So we thank you so much for the wonderful work you are doing, Baba.
Thank you very much.
We love you so much, and I call on everybody, please continue to share. Before anytime I comes to this my platform, I share first, like before I started before I start watching. I encourage everybody. Let's start to share and share. This message is making an impact. A lot of people are being sensitized. So God bless you, my good general.
God bless you too.
Continue your great work, Baba.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot for that. And yeah, I love the encouraging words. And indeed, I've said it many times that the reason why I probably never stop is that I've got a lot of, interesting people, amazing people who have been very, very encouraging. And when I say this, I am not kind of saying this just for saying it, just for saying sake. Okay, I have been shown, real, genuine encouragement by people that probably are not always like in public like this. Okay, and these are some encouragements that I actually, hold in high value personally, right? So I know we are not stopping. I know we are not going to slow down. And there is no way that somebody like me would not continue to feel like I still have a very, very huge role to play in all that I talk about if we really want something to happen. And at this point, I think we all should encourage that, should be interested that something is, or something has to happen. But here is the certain thing. A lot of people don't want, they want things to happen. They want things to change. They want something they can relate with, right? But they, number one, don't know how. Some don't know how, okay? And then others who kind of have an idea, they will rather somebody else does it. Like, not me, but for me, Mayegu, I think the time for talking is over, and because I'm somebody who believes more in actions, things that you can really touch. So with the people like everyone who have been like, been there for me from the word go, majority of them, you don't see them. They are always here, but you don't really see them. And they are the reasons why you would always never have any reason to worry about Mayegu. Like, man, I just hope that this Mayegu will never change. You have no idea the kind of people that I am kind of like holding this mission in trust for. I think I have Dr. Agbede, who probably want to remind me that I'm just a talker. Awaiting Senator.
Hello?
Is that Dr. Agbede?
In fact, you are correct. 100%. You are correct. Yeah?
Great.
Mayegu,
Sir?
you are correct. I'm doing great. And you?
Well, very well, sir. Just that the news are
And
not great.
to the rest of
But yeah, I'm fine.
yes, you are correct. You are correct. Nigeria, unequal treatment is too rampant there. Unequal treatment. Ask me how. Okay. Now, God bless you. Mayegu. In the early 90s, when there's one incident that occurred at Festac town, when armed robbers they finished robbing maybe some houses, and they want to change their vehicle.
Right.
And alas, there was a vehicle coming in front of them, and they didn't know whether the vehicle is untouchable vehicles, vehicle that maybe conveying their children to school. They didn't know anything. So they stopped the vehicle, and the driver refused to stop, and they killed the driver instantly.
The armed robbers.
Could you believe? Yes, that is the armed driver. They wanted to change their vehicle after they finished robbing. Yes, vehicle approaching, and that vehicle that was approaching was a vehicle that the driver was conveying untouchable kids to school early in the morning.
The privileged kids.
Oh, God bless you. Oh, God bless you. Now, so could you believe they killed the driver instantly? And within some hours, like 2 hours, 3 hours, you can see helicopters. You can see like maybe there is a war between Nigeria and some other country, not knowing that they are looking for those two kills. And in fact, within hours, and after 24 hours, they now saw the two kids at Idiroko. Idiroko. Now,
so the armed robbers, in the effort of trying to switch vehicle, they killed the driver and they drove off. They drove off with the two children of the VIPs, right?
Yes, correct.
So they now have to go and 100%. Dump them at Idiroko border when they started going. When the authority. Okay, I think. Go on, sir.
Well, when the authorities now within few hours that you can see helicopters all over Nigeria looking. Yes, yes, and later on, the legendary broadcaster Frank Olise, that was anchoring a news line, then interviewed the kids' parents, the mother of those two kids that was kidnapped. Could you believe that openly, openly all over Nigeria and all over that mother of the two kids that was kidnapped said that I'm quoting her verbatim now. She said she was happy. She was happy that it is only the driver they killed. True to God. That was what she said. Only in the national television, NTA. That's something you see in the NTA archive now. She said it openly all over the world that she was happy.
So
she was happy yes, that only the driver that was killed. The Frank Olise just shook his head and said, "Wow." In fact, he was speechless. That wow, because they didn't regard and the driver as wife and 5 kids and aged parents. No, they didn't. She said openly all over the world that she was happy that only the driver was killed.
And
so that means that God bless you. God bless you. So the one that we are looking for now, Chibok guests, assuming one or two untouchable kids were among the Chibok guests, within 1 hour, you see. So on equal treatment, they didn't regard the untouchable people. They did not regard the other Nigerians as nobody, or they are just nobody. They are just food, nobody. It's true. How can somebody that cannot happen? She now said that only the driver, that she was happy that only the driver was killed.
Well, that, different from people who always go and do Thanksgiving because they are the only survivors in a car crash. Others died, and they will say, "Oh, God saved them," and they're like, "So does that mean that God didn't love those ones who died, and He couldn't save them too?" Like people do that, don't they? Like insensitive people, and it's so normal, isn't it?
You see, in fact, how can somebody? Oh, Jesus Christ! So that is food for thought for us. Food for thought for us. I'm telling you. And meanwhile, before I go, my good, sorry. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are still waiting for you to come and appear at the Congress. Go and appear at the Congress now. So if you can call this number again: 1-800-225-5324. 1-800-225-5324. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are still waiting for you. Come and appear before the United States Congress.